Ooh. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Cafe Talk. We have missed you guys. We don't know if you missed us, but if you did, thank you. We love you. But we're finally back. We're doing this again. You know, it's been a while. We're sorry for that, but you know, you've heard that multiple times from us. We're just gonna get right into it. As always, I'm here joined with my best friend, my co-host, my life partner, my business partner, my I don't know what else to go with this. Jolyn Reed, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. You know, the audience, you heard that first. You heard that here first. I'm Victor's best friend, so Armando Edward. Fuck you guys. That's right. I said it. Fight me in the
Damn,
comments.
I just outed myself on the internet. Oh my god.
Exactly. You can't take it back.
Yep. You know what? I'm
No
not gonna
takes it
deny
back.
it.
But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. You know, finally the semester's coming to an end, so I have some free time.
Oh yeah, no, you don't have to worry about classes anymore.
Mm-mm. No, sir. No classes from Joe.
How was your finals? How was, were you able to handle it? Was it stressful? Like, how was
I
it for
mean, they
you?
haven't as of the day that we're recording, it hasn't happened yet. So I'm
Oh, so they're
still,
still going.
yeah, I'm still studying. But I mean, take a break, chillax, record a podcast with the homie, and then fucking go back to it.
You know, you always gotta leave some time, you know, for the bros. You gotta, you know, crack
Yeah,
a cold one with them. Speaking of cracking a cold one, I'm drinking a Monster right now, and it the Fiesta flavor is disgusting. Nobody get that. All right, just a heads up.
yeah. I'm not a fan of Monster.
But they have sugar-free Monster now.
I know, but you recently introduced me to Body Armor, which is like a more natural energy drink.
Yeah.
So if I ever am in the need for an energy drink, I'll probably go to Body Armor.
See, but that's the thing. Body Armor is not an energy drink. It's actually just a healthy water drink
It's a
or healthy
thirst
juice.
quencher. It'll quench your thirst.
It's a healthier Gatorade. That's what it is.
It's packed with
It's
electrolytes.
and vitamins.
Yeah.
But they do have an energy drink. I think it's called like Body Armor like Refuel or some shit like that. I don't know. But go check out Body Armor. It's fucking awesome. We're not sponsored. Body Armor sponsor us.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But anyways, let's go back to the main podcast. What do we have on our journey back, Jolyn? What do we have for these beautiful listeners?
So in the what is it, like 2 months that we've been gone? A
I think
month?
so.
I don't
Yeah,
even know.
it's
We
been a
have
while.
some other stuff to talk about. We have like the most recent ransomwares. Freaking Fujifilm
Ooh,
is the most recent victim.
yep.
We have a little funny bit about burgers,
Berbers, oh.
and then some sad news to end it all off.
That's right. We're gonna have to leave you on tears in your eyes and love in your heart. We'll see how that goes.
But first, Victor, I feel like the most important topic out of all of them that we have for today.
Yes.
Imagine this. All right, close your eyes. You too, audience.
Uh,
Unless you're driving, don't close your eyes. It's dangerous.
just pretend. Just use your mind. Use
Yeah.
your
If
imagination.
you're driving or operating heavy machinery while you're listening to us, don't close your eyes. Don't participate in this. But for everyone else, close your eyes. Imagine no more COVID. You're having a cookout at your place. You have all the fixins for a burger, and you got the beef patty or impossible patty. However you swing, doesn't matter to me.
Or chicken
Uh,
patty, I guess.
chicken patty. You know, you have it's a done. It's at its prime. It's any longer, then it's gonna turn dry, and no one likes a dry burger. All
Mm-hmm.
right, you got all
Oh
the
yeah.
fixins. How do you organize your burger, Victor?
Hello. Okay. All right.
Starting from the bottom bun, and then
So
working your
so
way up to the top.
so that's what we're gonna do now, Jolyn. We're on our first podcast back. We're gonna offend people. Is that it? Huh? We're gonna.
I get. I don't know. I'm leading up to it. All right.
No, just playing. Yeah. Okay. All right. So when it comes to my burgers, not only is it how I like to set it up, but also the burgers I've had since I was a childhood. Every time I had a carne asada, I would get the bun, right? I would toast that bun on the grill with a little bit of butter. Yeah. and then
I did say you
slap
have
it
all the
on.
fixins, so
Yeah, exactly. There you go. You gotta toast the bun with a little bit of butter, so that way it gives that nice like. Oh, and it has to be salted butter, so that way it gives that little salty edge crunch, kind of like when you like make pancakes, and it gives that salty edge. I don't know if you've ever done that, but it's bomb. Anyways, you got your buns toasted. You get some mayo. All right. You put it in a container, like a little plate. Then you squirt in some ketchup, some mustard, a little bit of relish. Then you get some like garlic salt and maybe some onion powder, and then you mix it all together, and that's your secret sauce that you layer the buns with.
damn, going in, going
Yeah,
into it.
man. Yeah, you gotta go full throttle. Now,
Okay, I like it.
now you get your burger. I personally like my burger with some cheese. All right, so it's
Okay,
nice and melty. You put that on top on the bottom bun. Then you put some bacon strips layered in an X, so that way every bite gives you some bacon. And then you put some onions. You put some lettuce on top, and then put a slice of pineapple on that baby.
that's the
Yeah,
go-to Victor burger.
that's the go-to Victor right there. And as you can tell, no tomatoes. And I'll tell you why. Tomatoes, even though they are jam packed with umami flavor, they're too juicy for me at least. And if you already have that pineapple, which is going to be even juicier than the tomato, and then you stack them both up together, you know what you're going to get? You're going to get all your fixins sliding out of your buns when you bite down. And that ain't good. That nobody wants that. So no tomatoes, replace it with pineapple. And there you go.
Okay, all right.
What about you,
That's
Joan?
the
What's your go-to burger?
uh, I'm pretty simple guy. So
Oh, really?
so I go toasted bun,
Uh-huh.
then swipe on some mayo, give equal
Uh-huh.
squirts. Well, and then put so yeah, so bun mayo, then the what you got, then the patty with some cheese. Cheese is
Uh-huh.
important.
Hell yeah. All right.
Pickles, ketchup, and then the bun.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
Simple, elegant.
feeling a little frisky. I'll put some lettuce in there too. But it
Nice. Nice.
has to be like romaine lettuce. It can't be iceberg lettuce.
Yes. Yes. Wait. Yeah. Yeah. Iceberg is just pure water. Like it's nice crisp, but romaine lettuce actually gives you that nice green flavor that you want.
So the reason why I brought this up, Victor,
Yeah.
is when I was scouring the internet for topics, I came across this conversation that
Mm-hmm.
the artofmanliness.com posted, and they say the best order to stack a burger goes like this.
They dare? Okay. All right. All right. Let's
This is
see.
the
Let's
way
hear
that
it.
they say you should stack a burger, right?
Telling me how to stack my meat? I don't think so. I want to hear what they gotta say.
All right, so it goes bottom bun,
Okay.
condiment, which is in this case mayonnaise,
All right. So far, so
lettuce,
good.
tomatoes, the burger patty with melted cheese,
What?
onions, pickles, condiment, which in this case is ketchup, and then the top bun.
What?
Yeah,
No.
I'll post a picture like right here, so that way they can see. And like, I agree with maybe like 90% of this, but I
Uh
don't
huh.
agree with the placement of the tomatoes.
Like right underneath the meat.
Yeah, because like what you said, that they're pretty juicy, so they're just gonna
Yeah.
make like your burger slide, and you're gonna get like a burger with no structural integrity. If anything,
Exactly.
I would put the tomatoes on top of the patty, and then we'll swap out tomatoes and onion. So it would go bun, condiment, lettuce, onion, then burger, then tomato, pickle, ketchup, top bun.
Yeah. That sounds much better. Cause at least like if this is a patty that's fresh off the grill, the cheese is still a little bubbly, still melty. So that way it will latch on to the tomato. At least you have that going for you. If you put it underneath,
if this burger is like straight off of the grill or something, when you put the onions underneath the patty, it'll soften them up so you don't get that harsh like crunch and like
Yeah,
the tanginess or bitterness of like onions. You know, it'll kind of like cook it a little.
yeah. If anything, it'll draw out like some of its natural sweetness.
Yeah, so I don't agree with Art of Manliness's way that they're stacking burgers. I would swap tomatoes and onions. Everything else seems fine.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with them either. That doesn't sound right.
I like how you took the question and just made it your own, like how I would make a burger.
Oh, wait, what do you mean?
I was just asking how you stack them,
True. Yeah,
and
I
then
mean,
you
you
gave
gotta
us a
give.
whole Victor experience, which I'm glad you did. You know,
Thank you, thank you. I just, I gotta make it clear of what I think, the burger should go, like the direction you should go with that burger. And
yeah,
as you could tell, I didn't put pickles in my burger. I don't know if any key listeners out there noticed that, but the reason as to that is because I like to munch on a crunchy pickle on the side. So I got my burger, I got my plate full with my burger, and then full of like chips, whether it's fries or maybe some Lay's chips, whatever you want. That's up to you. And then a nice crunchy dill pickle on the side.
yeah, but most places don't give you like a spear or an actual dill pickle. They just throw in the pickle slices.
Yeah, exactly. That's but you did say we are at a barbecue, it is post COVID
Yeah,
and you
true. You
so
got all the fixins.
exactly. But that I like that. That was fun. Oh man, fucking
Yeah,
art of
what
manliness. They need to fix that.
I know. I mean, you kind of answered my next question
Oh, really?
with the pineapple because I was gonna say what's like an underrated ingredient that you would put in a burger that more people should put in their burgers. So I guess pineapple would be your thing.
Yeah. Oh, and relish apparently. Like, you know how I mix relish in with my sauce, like the secret
Yeah,
sauce thing? Yeah, most people apparently think relish should only go on like hot dogs, or at least the people I've talked to. And like I personally feel like you're missing out on like a whole depth of flavor by not putting it into your burger as well. But yeah,
but
pineapple
I don't know.
is a definitely match.
I've never had like a burger where they just put relish. Like relish is always incorporated in like the sauce.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you gotta put it in the secret sauce. Cause or kind of like In and Out. If anyone's out there like in California, you've had In and Out. Their secret sauce has relish in it. Like their what are they called? What's it called? The
The spread.
spread. There you go. That's what they call it. Exactly. That has relish in it.
Yeah, but you can also just like ask for pickles, can't you?
Yeah, yeah. If you don't ask for pickles, they don't put it in your burger. But it's an option. You could just put some pickles in there. It's really good.
Fair enough.
What about you, Jolene? What's an underrated condiment that you would put in your burger?
All right, Victor. Yeah, do you have? Are you sitting down?
I'm ready.
Because this is about to. I have
Rock my world right
two.
now.
Yeah, I have two condiments that I feel like more people need to try
Oh,
on their
okay.
burgers. One
Hmm.
is I forget what it's called. It's like fire roasted bell peppers, but they're like canned or jarred. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name, like what they're called.
I think they're just called fire roasted peppers.
But aren't they called like pickled peppers or something?
No, I think there's something different.
But I know what
Yeah,
you. Yeah, I know
they're
which ones
just
you're.
fire roasted peppers that are like in a jar.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Roasted red bell peppers that come in a jar.
Roasted. Yeah.
Yeah, those. Oh my god! I saw I saw a video. I think it was like a Bon Appetit one where they do like famous or like staple bodega sandwiches, and one of them had that. Dude, it changed
Ooh,
my sandwich game forever.
bro. Especially since you got the panini maker over here.
Exactly. And then the second one, a little under the radar, but I feel like as as we progress in like gastronomy and stuff, you're gonna start to see it more. You gotta
Uh-huh.
throw some kimchi in your burger, man.
Kimchi. Oh,
Kimchi is so
okay.
good.
All right.
It
I could
works
see
so
that.
well.
Yo, I'm kind of thinking like a little like Korean barbecue burger of sorts with that. That gave me kind of the idea for that.
Nah, like
Like,
replace the lettuce with some kimchi, and dude, it's so good.
ooh,
I highly recommend.
bro, I gotta try it. I'm so down. I need to go get some kimchi, man. And apparently some roasted red bell peppers over here, because
Yeah, it's
I
so
usually only
good.
see those in like cubanos, like the Cuban sandwiches, or
Yeah,
yeah. I'm like that looks so good. I need to try it.
yeah. So if you want to take your burger game to the next level, kimchi, roasted bell peppers, and pineapples. Not all three at once, because
Yeah.
that's too much.
I
But
mean,
one
go
at a
for it. Let us
time.
know.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you do all three, let us know in the comments below, or like our DM us on our Instagram, and we'd love to hear. So that way, like, if it's a must try, we'll definitely try it.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely go get some burgers in your burger. Yeah, some fuck. Damn it, some pineapple in your burger.
Yeah, I feel like pineapple in burgers though is like it only works if it's like a Hawaiian burger,
Yeah.
you know?
Well,
Or
I
I mean
mean,
that's what makes it Hawaiian, quote unquote.
exactly. Like, well, most Hawaiian burgers I've encountered were like they had barbecue sauce in them as well. Like instead of ketchup, it's barbecue.
Really?
Yeah, and I could see that because it's like a Hawaiian barbecue burger, so I get that. But just a simple backyard burger with some pineapple in it is more than enough, and trust me, it'll definitely change up your
Oh,
burger
I got
game.
it. I got it, Victor.
What?
To take your pineapple burger to the next level,
Yes.
you gotta you gotta make some coleslaw.
Coleslaw.
Coleslaw and
Ooh.
then roasted pineapple with some coleslaw and a nice beef burger. Dude, it's gonna rock your world.
Oh, that sounds bomb. Yo, now you got me thinking. Maybe instead of like French fries, maybe like a potato salad on the side of your burger.
It's taking it too far. I don't know about that, Chief.
You don't
You
like
need
potato salad?
I like potato salad, but I have to be in the mood for it.
Really? I fucking like
Like
if I'm thinking like
I only
backyard
really
barbecue.
like potato salad when I'm eating like fried chicken.
I could see that. Yeah.
Instead of like mashed potatoes, it's potato salad.
Yeah, that's definitely like upping your potato game right there.
Yeah, damn, potato game.
But I mean, I'm imagining like backyard barbecue, like so. I'm thinking there's potato salad and maybe a macaroni salad or fucking some like deviled eggs, which I'm not adding to my plate. But now that you fucking mentioned the coleslaw on my pineapple burger, maybe some potato salad sounds pretty good right there too.
Macaroni with the chicken strips. Oh, but yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I guess yeah, these are all good ideas. If I ever have a barbecue and we're only having burgers, I'm gonna have all the fixings.
Bro, you're making me miss pre post apocalypse pandemic times.
The BC times before COVID.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The
I know.
BC times.
Yeah,
Soon, my dogs of war, but we'll have to do it my way.
it's true. I mean, I guess before we move on, we should take a quick break, you know,
Yeah.
for all of our Spotify listeners. We'll be back. All right, we're back after those short messages. Victor, how you feeling? How's you doing? I know you're struggling over there with the horrible monster taste.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if people out there like the Ultra Fiesta Monster. If you do, please, I would love to meet you. Tell me what makes it so good for you. But for me, it tastes like someone got a puree of mango, coconut, pineapple. Now that sounds pretty good, right? Here's the twist: they throw in cloves into it, and it's like whole cloves. It's like, have you ever fucking roasted like a turkey or a ham and then bit down on a whole clove? It's nasty.
Sorry to hear that. We'll write a strongly worded letter to Monster.
I mean, if they would only sponsor us, they would hear this.
We'll tell them this is not a fiesta time. This is the opposite of a fiesta.
This Ultra Fiesta is ruining my Fiesta time.
Exactly. So yeah, like I guess the next topic that we had that I wanted to talk about was if anyone's been following I guess like the tech industry in the last month or two. There's been a lot of cyber attacks and compromises in cybersecurity,
Yup.
and it kind of
Big.
shows how delicate all of this actually is.
Yeah, how easily attacked it can be.
Exactly. Like one that happened not too long ago, but it's outside of our scope that I'm talking about was like this hack on CD Projekt Red, which is this game studio that brought us Cyberpunk and The Witcher.
Yep.
Apparently, the this hacker or group of hackers, I don't know who it actually was, they like were able to get in and lock everyone out from their computers, including any like remote access or stuff like that. And
Damn.
they wanted like a lump sum of money, which is mainly what most hackers, well, why people hack things. They want
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, it's a ransom.
But CD Projekt Red didn't give in, and fast forward to where we are now, people are actually finding biddings for the source codes of like Cyberpunk, CD Projekt of Cyberpunk, The Witcher, their other games and future concepts on sale on the black market.
Oh, damn, even the future concepts too?
Yeah, like whatever. Like they went in and took all their assets.
Yeah, I thought it was like they were only holding the cyberpunk like files, in their hands or something. I didn't think it
No,
was like
they took a lot of stuff.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so
God damn.
obviously they're trying to do something. They're getting like the local. They're trying to get like some kind of law agency involved to
Yeah.
stop this selling of their assets or to get something back. But yeah, that brings us to today, where the most recent victim is a Fujifilm. For people who don't know who or what Fujifilm is, they're like a big name in photography. Like
Oh.
they still make cameras that accept Polaroids. They make cameras that do those little film capsules. They make like cameras and camera accessories. And they're one of like the OGs. I know, like King of the Hill.
Yeah, exactly.
I sell propane and propane accessories.
Nah, it's like the millennial Hank Hill right there. I sell cameras and camera accessories.
Yeah,
Alright,
so
so
they're the most recent victim of a ransomware attack.
ooh.
And yeah, it's pretty weird. Like the article that I found this on doesn't go into like too much detail on how they got hacked.
Yeah.
Um Apparently it was just like a really sophisticated like Trojan virus that just like burrowed its way into the system.
Oh shit. I thought
Yeah.
they had to like open up a Trojan virus for it to like get in.
I don't know too much about it. I probably should have done more research.
No, it's all good. But it's fascinating how like hackers can get into the system like that and take everything, you know, that you assume is safe to have on your computers. I mean, especially since you're working on it like CD Projekt Red. But what my question is, I don't know if you know, but what were they trying to like what did they take from the film studio, from the film company?
It's not they weren't trying oh yeah, they weren't trying to like take anything specifically, but
Yeah.
I think they were just trying to find any kind of like personal or financial information so that way they can either like sell it or they can try to, you know, take this person's identity or assets or something.
Oh, like they were hacking into the company to hopefully like kind of like get their like if someone had direct deposit, they would have their bank information, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, or like if
Oh,
um or like if they got into like HR or something, they're able to see like uh checking statements and find routing numbers and stuff like that, you know?
yeah. Oh man, that's actually pretty terrifying.
Yeah, so they're like the latest victim of that. And then this it kind of brings us back to the one of like the biggest or most recent hacks, which was like the Colonial Pipeline,
Yep,
that
on
basically
the eastern side.
supplies yeah, basically supplies most of the East Coast with like gas, diesel, and petroleum based products.
Yep.
Apparently they did more research and they found they found that Colonial Pipeline was hacked because they found like a compromised password.
Like that the hackers got their hands on that password, and that's how they were able to go in
Yeah,
themselves.
like it says here, the account. So I'm reading off of Bloomberg.
Okay.
One of their paragraphs says the account's password has since been discovered inside a batch of leaked passwords from the dark web. That means a Colonial employee may have used the same password on another account that was previously hacked. So
So
basically, so like to put it into like really simple terms, somebody who's in charge of like facilitating this gas factory used the password that they themselves are on a list on the dark
oh,
web that people were selling their passwords and emails and stuff.
yeah, so that password was already compromised when that person decided to use it on the pipeline system.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, damn. That's tricky because sometimes you don't like speaking from my personal experience, like I've recently had like one of my passwords be compromised. Um and luckily it was only a password that I had for like two accounts. I think two separate different accounts, but the problem was that it was a password that one of those accounts was my bank. and
Yeah.
and luckily my bank, I don't know if it was fast enough or anything, but they notified me. I don't know how soon of the compromise it happened, but they didn't steal anything, hopefully. Not that there was much to steal, but but still, like, they no- they notified me quickly enough that I was able to change the password, made a stronger one. But it's crazy, like, how these type of passwords just get taken so easily and then just sold on the black market, and you don't know who the fuck is
Yeah.
gonna get them.
Yeah, that's true. I think I had like a similar thing happen to me too, but
Yeah,
like I said, they just notified me to like change my password and stuff. And like, yeah, at the time I was like a broke college student, so there was only like $2 in my bank account. So I was like, I mean, if you
yeah,
need $2, it's all yours, buddy.
exactly. That's why I was like, I'm not too worried, but it still sucks.
Yeah. And then there was a like going back to the topic, there was a
Yeah.
recent hack that I think not a lot of people had heard about, but there was like this huge cyber attack on the meat industry here in America. Like apparently it was enough that they had to like shut down like a meat processing plant or like a chain of meat processing plants.
Oh damn, they're even the meat industry isn't safe. Holy shit.
Yeah, luckily that one was fixed because I guess it ran on like an offsite server.
Yeah.
And the way that a lot of servers work is that they'll keep logs of like um similar to just like a journal or something. They
Mhm.
found like they found the log that was before like an update or before like when they suspected they might have been breached, and then
Okay.
they just booted up from that log and they were fine. But it was enough that it like um
Scared them.
some importers of like American beef and stuff, or like I think we were trying to import like Brazilian beef. Like it was
Hmm.
enough that it like stopped that production, and then like some sector of the government had to like subsidize these like Brazilian beef farmers because like their meat went bad.
Oh damn.
And like that doesn't sound so severe, like, oh okay, some meat went bad, but we're talking about like tens of thousands of pounds of beef.
Yeah, like massive quantities.
Like that's a lot of beef to go bad.
Yeah, cause damn. Holy shit.
Yeah, so it just shows how like delicate and how anything can be hacked with the right tools or the right mindset.
Yeah, and
Most Oh, I was just gonna add on. Most of
yeah.
these people, they they know who were behind the hacks. Like for example, the Colonial Pipeline. It was like this hacking group that they didn't do it because they hate America or the United States. They didn't
It
do it
wasn't a
because
terrorist
like
attack.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's still considered a terrorist attack. Like now, the U.S. government considers cyber attacks terrorism,
Oh, okay.
because it can have like catastrophic effects. But like they didn't have any political affiliation, they didn't have any like social stance. They're like clearly in it to make money.
Uh-huh.
Versus like the attack on CD Project Red, they were in it for money too, but you can easily chalk that up to someone who like either was mad because they were like the whole cyberpunk issue,
Yeah, exactly.
or someone who was like riding the coattails of these people who were mad at the studio and they were like, yeah, I'm gonna do something about it too, and they just decided to hack.
That's when the whole this before on previous podcasts when it comes to this topic, but that's when the community negative mindset.
So yeah.
See, and
What were you
that's
gonna say?
I was just gonna mention how like right now where technology's advanced it will ever be or ever has been. You know what I mean? Like we're living in an era of like ed and TVs and game systems and computers that like no generation prior to us has ever had. It's still new to us. Like it keeps evolving because that's just the nature of technology, but it's evolving so fast that we ourselves are struggling to get a grasp and know the ins and outs so well that you know like they do these sort of things where they hack into important documents and companies and stuff, and it kind of makes we kind of need like a police force, like a worldwide police force to enforce the law on what's right and what's wrong. But even that idea has like scary fucking like possibilities of like kind of like Blade Runner or like dystopian, cyberpunkish like futures where right now, at least in America, there's been such a like negative connotation to police in general because of just when you give power to someone, they of course abuse it because the power corrupts them. So of course there's always like the Black Lives Matter movements. There's you know just how the racism of police in the past has come to light recently, and
Yeah.
that's those sort of issues where people gain power and they start getting corrupted and abusing their power. That could easily happen with online as well, and especially in online that it's a sort of system that controls or at least would connect the entire world. How do you stop someone who is in charge of enforcing the law? Like how can you monitor their actions as well? And that's why that sort of scenario, or at least that sort of thinking or idea of like enforcing a police or the law through the internet is still not done. It's not a thing because we have like our freedom of what is it, the internet access.
Yeah.
It's like if you would want to enact some sort of like law that would stretch out on online, like an online law of sorts. I don't know how to properly describe this, as you can tell. But point is, what I'm saying is, governments are having trouble when it comes to hackers like this on how to enforce it because each state has different laws. Therefore, each state has to, you know, join the fight of like, okay, so how do we handle this? Like the hack was over there on the eastern side, but the hackers live on the western side. So how can we team up and bring justice to them and bring the system back to order? And it's like my idea is like we would have a police force or laws that circumvent the entire world so that if this does happen, no matter where you are, you receive the same amount of justice. But again, my thinking is very flawed, and I could see that very clearly, like I stated earlier, with the whole power corrupts people, and then how do you enforce law onto the ones who enforce the law in the first place? You get me?
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
very
it's not
very
only
tough
that,
and
it's
tricky.
just like what am I trying to say? Like just because you make like a law or something, like oh, like hacking is illegal, like people are still gonna do it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like the whole reason why the dark web exists. Like people,
Yeah,
you're not supposed to like sell guns or prescription medicine or stuff like that, but you can get that on the dark web.
yeah.
So
And
like,
and by removing someone's ability to do such a thing, that's also like, against their liberties on the internet as well. Their freedoms. And
true, but I mean, like the internet is such a new place. Like, yeah, like the internet is such a new place. Like literally, it's only like what, like let's say the internet was created in the '80s, right?
okay, yeah,
It's like the '80s, '90s, 2000s.
yeah,
Like the internet's only like 40 years old.
yeah.
If you compare
It's
that
very
to
young.
like if you compare the internet to being like a country, right? You would think about
Hmm.
how like the United States, like when they were 40, what we were going through, like we already
Civil
went through
War,
like a
pretty
civil
much.
war.
Yeah,
So you could kind of think of it like that. Like I guess over time, which probably we're not going to see in our lifetime, but over time there will be some kind of like legislation or some kind of thing that like not only are you a citizen in your own country, but you're a citizen of the internet as well. And then with that,
yeah.
there's like certain things that you have to abide by. Because right now, like the internet, it's like the Wild West.
Oh, big time.
You can literally do anything.
Yeah. And that's why that's what's so terrifying of like those people that, like I said, they dedicate their entire lives to understanding how the internet works and how computers work. And therefore, those are the ones that have the most power when it comes to being inside the internet.
Yeah, true.
And again, power corrupts, obviously.
Yeah. Man, there was something I was gonna say about that.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
remember.
Dig deep, Jordan. I want to hear this.
Oh, it's funny that you mentioned like a police force on the internet
Uh-huh.
because I think last year or 2 years ago when YouTube uh kind of like changed their guidelines and like started um like banning channels that clearly like broke their guidelines. For example, like Leafy,
Okay.
or like I think in the no, sorry, like in 2017, 2018, YouTube made this whole like YouTube Heroes thing that like regular people can like hint YouTube like, hey, this channel is like breaking your guide, kind of like a snitch system basically.
Oh,
Like
okay,
you would
yeah.
snitch to YouTube and then they would go and check these channels, and like if you snitched enough times and you would become like a hero level 2 or something, and that would give you like perks to channels or whatever.
Oh, I
It was
see.
this weird thing, but a lot of content creators were kind of saying like YouTube doesn't like, sure, it's great that they're trying to like have this police force or they're like policing their own content.
Yeah.
But literally that's the beauty of something like YouTube where it's like it lives on the internet, is that other creators can keep creators under accountable, like they can keep them accountable. So for example, like if we just went off and like did some horrible stuff and said some horrible things, right?
Yeah.
Like all these other channels, like drama channels, would be like, oh, did you hear about the Jumblhoj boys? Like look at them, like we don't condone these kind of things, and they would kind of keep us accountable in like the social court or like the court
Oh,
of thoughts.
yeah, gotcha.
So like applying that to what you're saying about like the internet, there are like ethical hackers and people who hack because it's like they think it's like the right thing to do. Like
Yeah.
sure, not these people who like just want money and stuff, but for example, like if I don't know, I don't have a good example for that, but there's like in colleges there's a whole course about like ethical hacking.
Yeah.
And it's like I feel like the internet kind of does, like they don't have a police force, but people who frequent the internet kind of keep others accountable for what they're doing. Similarly, like Reddit, Reddit will like out people and condemn them and make sure that like, oh, if these people ever like show their faces on the internet again, like they will not be treated like fairly.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're getting there, or like there is something like that, but it's down to like people who are frequent on the internet, you know? if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
because no, I get you. Yeah, because there is of course like a sense of like just human morality. You know what I mean? Like morality is a thing. You know, everyone knows has a good sense of what's right and what's wrong. You know, of course, in the world and life in general, you know, it's there's never like white and black. It's always like a grayscale. But you could tell when something is wrong no matter who you are, you know, unless you have like you know those criminally insane people, I suppose, like they have no sense of morality whatsoever.
Yeah.
But I guess to the average human being, you could tell like, oh, killing another human being is morally wrong. So, you know, inflicting violence on others for absolutely no reason is morally wrong. Like those sense of ideas are the things that we, you know, we try to teach, you know, new generations every single day, like when you have a kid or something, just because it's the standard. You know, it's what everyone understands to be wrong or right. So of course I could understand, you know, there's morally or ethical hackers, and a good example would be just this YouTuber I saw. I've recently found, but apparently he's old. Like the videos I've seen were like 1 or 2 years old already, and
Yeah.
again I don't know if they're true or if it's just like one of those ARGs, like you know, fake stories. But if it's a fake story, it's pretty well written, is what I'm getting at. But if it's true, he's trying to do the best that he can morally, but his actions, it's kind of like doing the wrong things for the right reason of sorts.
Yeah.
Where he's such a good hacker that he starts stalking people and he starts hacking into their accounts and personal information, and like he could hack into like people's bank accounts, he could hack into their like health insurance to learn everything about them. He knows he could hack into Google and fucking know where they live and stuff like that. So it's like it's scary, but he's doing it for the right reasons because the people he's like stalking are pedophiles or child abusers or like murderers, or like, you know, they like one video I saw, he started stalking this man who raped a girl, and he started like bullying her so bad after the, you know, doing the act, that she took her own life, and he
Yeah.
didn't get any like consequences for his actions because no one knew, like she never told anybody that she was raped by him, so everyone just thought she just committed suicide. So he knew the truth because her, like, apparently the girl's best friend knew about, you know, what happened,
Yeah.
and he started stalking the person and started like, you know, pretty much scaring him, telling him like, hey, if you don't reveal the truth to everybody, I'm gonna steal all this money, I'm gonna like show evidence to the police, I'm gonna show evidence to your family members of like all the bad things you've done. And of course, you know, he kind of like tortures them a little bit in a way where he like prolongs the experience of like making them jump through hoops, promising that if they do this sort of stuff that he won't release the information. But in the end, no matter what they do, he still releases the information. And of course, you know, they get arrested, or at least their family knows how much of a horrible person they are. And that's what I mean. Like, that's what I would call an ethical hacker, because he's hacking into these horrible people to bring justice to them, of
Yeah.
sorts.
I mean, that's it's kind of like that episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, which one exactly?
Uh, the one, the one where the kid keeps getting like texts or phone calls to do some things.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then apparently there's like a bunch of people that are in on it. Not in on bullying him, but they're getting the same like texts and phone calls to do shit because like some hacker has dirt on him.
Yeah. No, see, but
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, the episode of Black Mirror is the wrong, is the opposite perspective of this YouTuber that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It where he like tells lies about the person in order to get them to do what he wants.
I don't remember. Like, I mean, spoilers. if anyone who's watching who hasn't seen Black Mirrors or whatever, but I
Yeah.
remember like the reason why they targeted the main character of that episode was because I don't know, he was watching like child pornography or something.
No, see, that's the thing. He wasn't. He was watching pornography a lot, and they recorded him, enjoying his alone time. But what they added was that, they added a video showing that he was actually, masturbating to child pornography. And he was like, no, I never did that. I'm not into that stuff. And he's like, well, it doesn't matter. Nobody will believe you as long as I
Oh, okay
release this
then.
video.
Yeah,
And he
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
okay, I'll do it.
All right. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. But moral of this whole thing, don't use password as your password. Change your passwords every couple months.
Yeah,
Uh,
take personal
no,
security seriously.
yeah, no sketchy sites.
Yeah.
If possible, use a VPN. All the
Yep.
all the standard things. One of the biggest like things that you can do to increase your security is just using
Uh-huh.
like two-factor authentication or something.
Oh yeah, that helps out a lot.
Like one of those, they have like apps. Like Google has like an authentication app.
Mm-hmm.
And I only know about this because when I made like a Kraken account, they
Yeah.
tell you to get a second authentication thing. And it like
Mm-hmm.
it's just like a randomly generated code that you have to put in, and it like goes away after like a minute.
Yeah.
So that's a really big thing too for people who are like paranoid about their cybersecurity. Just look into that.
Yeah, that helps out a lot. I actually had two-way authenticator active on my Steam account online.
Yeah.
Um I do hope Steam fixes this problem, because the only reason why I turned it off is because I no longer had a phone service, so I couldn't receive text messages. And the only way I had it set up was that they would text me a code, and then I would input the code. Um but I think they fixed it right now. I'm not sure, but the proper way I would prefer it is if they send you a code through email, and then
Yeah,
you get
that's
the
how I have
code.
mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah. See, okay, I gotta set it up again, because before it was only through text. Like, they didn't even allow you to get an email, and I was like, that's kind of weird, like impractical almost for those who don't have a number.
Yeah,
But yeah,
true.
two-way authentication helps out a lot.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. The last thing I guess to kind of close it off. I did warn everyone we were going to end this episode on a kind of sad note.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I mean the sad news is there's an article that came out, or there's like a recent finding that basically the northern white rhinoceros is like it's functionally extinct.
What
And
is what?
yeah, for some people who don't know what that means, it
Yeah.
basically means they're still around. There's some still kicking, but it's
Uh huh.
not enough to hold a population.
Yeah.
Like there's not enough
Okay.
of them that can breed and start to bring back the rhino population. Most of the time when they say a species is like functionally extinct, there's like a certain number, like basically one gender is like dead. So I guess with like the southern white rhinos, like all the males are like no longer in breeding age, or they're just dead.
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, that kind of sucks because rhinos have been around for a long time.
Yep. I mean, have the white rhinos been around like a long time too?
Yeah.
I thought the white rhinos were like, albinoism in a rhino. Like, I thought it
No,
was just
like
rare.
they're called white rhinos because of some weird reason. Like they're not
Oh, really?
actually white.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Like if
I
you
was
take
imagining just a pale white rhino.
no, like if you take like a I think it's like a black Sumatran rhino or like some, I don't know what they are, but if you take like a black rhinoceros and a white rhinoceros and you put them
Yeah.
together, like they literally look the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So it's like the genus, I suppose. Like, their DNA is what differs.
I think so. Well, I mean, yeah, of course, because they're like two different species.
Yeah, exactly. Damn, that fucking sucks though. That they're pretty much extinct right now.
Yeah, like the only difference is that the white rhino has like a flat lip, and
Uh-huh.
then the black rhino has like a curved lip. Like it looks like it has like a little beak.
Oh, okay.
It's literally the difference between the two.
Yeah.
But if you look at them, they're all gray. They're just gray rhinos.
It's all just gray rhinos everywhere. Well, I mean, I know we said we were gonna end it on a bad note, but I have some information that could turn this around if you'd like to hear it.
All right.
Um, so I recently read an article that scientists in Africa were they managed to 3D print rhino horns with 99% genetic similarities.
Ooh.
So they were hoping to flood the black market with these fake rhino horns that are indistinguishable from the real things and sell them for an incredibly low value that they're hoping it would kick the poachers out of their own market, having no one actually buy their product, and in hopes of stopping poachers from killing rhinoceros in general for their horns.
Oh, interesting.
And yeah, so if this works, hopefully, poachers won't be going after rhinoceroses anymore, and they'll be safe from, attacks.
I see. Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a good idea. Uh, basically, like undercutting the poachers and selling the product at like basically nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the best part is that like these these black market people, I guess, sellers, vendors, I don't know what they're called, but if they were to do any tests on whether these horns were fake or real, because the material they use to 3D print them is so genetically identical, they won't be able to tell the difference. So they'll just be like, "Oh, okay, this is just a simple rhinoceros horn for much cheaper, so I'll go buy that instead."
Yeah. I mean, that is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. It's just like the idea that like a horn or something is going to give you some kind of medical benefits. That's like the same thing as
Yeah.
like grinding up your fingernails and snorting it.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's so dumb. And I don't know why. I mean, every country kind of has like a population that believes in folk medicine. You know, it's not
Yeah.
just like Asians, Mexicans, or whatever. Like everyone kind of does it. But
Yeah, definitely.
to go out of your way to like kill this animal that's just like doing its thing just for that, stupid.
Yeah, I personally don't see the reason to it, because I also I don't know if this is still going on or not, but I believe it was like 2 or 3 years ago. I saw a documentary that was explaining how the the giant salamander, I
Yeah,
don't know if it's Chinese, yeah, that it was like on the brink of going extinct because so many people were like hunting them for their medicinal properties.
yeah.
And I was just like, these are just salamanders, man. Like, can they really give you that many benefits that they're worth the hunt? Or pushing them to extinction?
People believe in weird things.
Yeah. That's just human beings, alright.
Those kooky human beings. What will they think of next?
It's like we're just some aliens observing the human race on top of our ship.
Yeah.
Oh no. Did I out us? Will the humans investigate this? Are we the cause of every single UFO sighting in the past 30 years?
Oh my god, don't even get me started on that. About like they released UFO video.
Yeah, that they're like confirming that it's like a real UFO and stuff like that.
I don't know. That's a topic for another podcast.
Definitely. Halloween special. Ooh.
Maybe.
But anyways, I think we'll leave this podcast for where it is. Thank you guys so much for joining us on another podcast. Let us know in the comments below. How do you like to prepare your burgers? And what condiment do you like to use that others would consider, weird, or maybe that you think is underrated? Let us know. We'd love to hear your suggestions. You can listen to our podcast, remember, on YouTube and Spotify. Remember to follow us on Spotify or subscribe to our channel. It helps us out a lot on YouTube. Aside from that, we appreciate you. We love you. Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed. And hopefully we'll see you in the next one.
Yep. Bye, everybody.
Stay beautiful.